Have you looked back on a situation in your life and thought, my life is a sitcom? I tell you, every single day I say that, and I'm not kidding. I see it all the time, and I know I'm not alone. Today we are joined by Sean Hinchy. He is the author and screenwriting expert, and he is going to give us a few tips to make that happen. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Andy. Thanks for having me on the show.
My pleasure. I hear you're a local guy. You're up in Carefree.
I am.
But you were in LA, a screenwriter, so you definitely
11 years, yes.
The experience. Okay, so how can people, there are a lot of people out there, I'm sure, a lot in our audience too, that say, oh my gosh, my life is a sitcom. If people only knew, they would laugh every day like I do. How can people get started if they feel like their world is maybe not a sitcom, but just a great story?
Well, I think most of the time when you're dealing with family, it usually is a sitcom, especially with the dysfunctional ones. But no, it sounds trite, but you have to sit down, you actually have to start writing.
Okay.
A lot of people always have these ideas rattling in their head, and they say, boy, I'd love to do this, I'd love to write a script. It's like, well, sit down and start putting words on paper. Get it down so you can actually go back, read it, edit it, and turn it into something great that you can sell.
So are we doing this like as a journal, or just whatever you can remember? And what if someone thinks that they can't do it all by themselves? Is it okay just to sort of write bullet points?
Write whatever you have to. Just get the words on paper. Then you can worry about going back and formulating it as a screenplay. But once the ideas are down and they're on paper, it's amazing how much more information just comes pouring out. The funny stories, the little bits of drama, whatever it is that you have rattling in your head.
I would think keep a little book with you at all times so that you could definitely write it down.
Absolutely.
Why did you write this book?
You know, I've been reading scripts now for about 11 years, and I've read over 3,000 screenplays, and I keep seeing the same mistakes over and over. And
What are the mistakes?
A lot of them have to do with character development. A lot of people just put a character on paper, and they say, okay, this is my character, but there's no real substance to it. Another one is that people write screenplays like novels. You have to keep the description lean and just get right down to the dialogue, the nuts and bolts of what your story's about.
Are there people like yourself that maybe could help people or coach people? I mean, it seems like there's a lot to it. Well, obviously that's why you wrote the book.
I did.
There's a lot more in it. What do you think the book is going to teach us?
I think it's going to teach people that there's the creative aspect of writing a screenplay, but there's also sort of the business side of it. There are certain notes that you have to hit in your screenplay, and you have to understand a little bit about how the business works, because a lot of people don't realize that show business is just that. It's a business. People are in it to make money. The studios are in it to make money. So if you can meld that business side along with the creative side, I think you'll have great success.
Now, you talk about in the book is some contests, or at least one of the questions here is some screenplay contests.
Yes.
Are there a lot of them around? Should people really
Last time I kept check, let's see, there was about 330 screenplay contests going on. There's new ones being added every year, some dropping off. But I think some of the best ones are the Nickel Fellowship, and there's an ABC Disney Studio Fellowship, and those will actually get you work in the film industry if you win the contest.
Are they looking for people that maybe with raw talent?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
There's some hope there.
Oh, you know what? If you have a great story and you can put it down on paper and tell it well, Hollywood will buy it, you know, because every great writer out there has had that first script sale. You know, everybody came from nothing.
Now, in your book, does it tell us like what to do once we've written everything down?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I take you through step by step, like this is how you should write your screenplay, and not only that, this is how you should approach the talent companies, the agencies, managers. Now, you know, I want people to read this book and not only try and win a screenplay contest, but actually sell their screenplay. I would love for somebody to say, I read your book and it helped me so much and I sold it and it's up on the big screen, and you know, maybe they can let me hold the Oscar for a couple minutes.
There you go. Well, we gave the book to one of our members in the audience, Laura, over there. So, Laura, we're expecting big things from you over there. All right. Thank you so much.
Andy, thank you very much for having me on.
All right. So we're going to have all of the information about Sean and his book on our website.